Welcome back to another lesson. Today we will be covering scientific notation. Now, what is scientific notation? Scientific notation is a way of expressing numbers that are either too big or too small to be written in the decimal form. Now, to understand scientific notation, you first need to understand what happens when you multiply by 10. Right? And you may think this is quite easy, right? Timesing by 10, you just times by 10. But you can look at it in quite an interesting way. Let's say you have 68,73 times 10. Now, there is an easy way of doing this. You simply look at the comma and you move it one to the right. So 687,3. Let's do another one. Let's say you have 6.439 times 100. Now, what does this mean? This means we move the comma 2 places to the right. So basically, you look at how many zeros there are in the number you're multiplying by, and you move the comma, that number of zeros, to the right. Now, in the last lesson, if you haven't watched that, you definitely should before you try to tackle scientific notation. We learned about exponents and how this can be written. So let's say, right, times 10 squared. We know that this is the same as 10 times 10. So this is equal to times 10 times 10, which is the same as that. So we move the comma 2 places to the right. So essentially, if you're timesing by 10 to the power of something, you look at this number, you look at the exponent, and you move the comma to the right that many number of times. So, how do we apply this to scientific notation? Let's say we have a very big number, all right? Like a very big number. Okay, this is 9,817,000,000. Massive number. So, what is scientific notation? Scientific notation is a way of expressing this in terms of a number times the power of 10 to make it a lot easier to work with and a lot shorter. Alright? So basically, what you want to do is you want to look, where is the comma now? The comma is here. And you want to move this comma, right, all the way until before the first number in your number. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have to move the comma 9 places. Okay? And if we move the comma there, we get 9.87. Alright, and how many times did we move the comma? We moved it 9 times. So, if we multiply this number now by 10 to the power of 9, it's going to be the same as this number. Because what does this mean? This means you move the comma 9 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And voila! That is how you do scientific notation. Let's have a look at another example. Alright, here is another number. The question asks, write this number in scientific notation. So, what are we going to do? We're going to find the comma. It's over here. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? You have to move the comma 7 times to get it before the first number. So, you move the comma there, 2.46 times 10 to the power of 7, because we move the comma 7 times. Now, a rule about scientific notation is that you can only have one number before the comma. Now let's do another type of question you may be asked. Take 9.64. You may be asked to write this scientific notation as a normal number. How would you do this? Well, we know this means you have to move the comma 5 times to the right. So let's write this out a little longer. I mean, we can all agree on this, right? Yeah. So we have to move the comma 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we know that this number is equal to 96400. 000, sorry. Yeah. So basically, you look at what power of 10 am I multiplying by, and you move the comma, the exponent number, many times. And that is how you do the scientific notation.